So after the sad passing of Mike Towell, the boxer up in Scotland, who got swelling on the brain and sadly passed away over the weekend, there has been a lot of calls from people, I would say, not involved in boxing and outsiders, let's say, for boxing, MMA, combat sport to be banned, or at least boxing have head guards on, which to me is just absolutely ludicrous. You can imagine the type of person that it is. It's one of these, they want everything banned. They want football banned. They want rugby banned. They want boxing banned. They want tiddlywinks banned. They want chess banned in case somebody gets hurt or somebody gets an injury. And it's just a load of nonsense. I mean, I've trained boxing. I wouldn't say I've been at any decent level, but I've hung around in boxing gyms and I've stayed fit and I've learned technique and I've done some sparring. And at no stage have I ever felt pressured into doing that. It's always been my choice. It's always been my choice to get in the ring. It's always been my choice to put the gloves on. Just like, sadly, it was Mike Towell's choice to put them gloves on. And he went in that ring knowing that something could happen. It's a combat sport. You're going to get punched. And he knew that. And he was a boxing man. And for now, people that have never been in a boxing gym in their life, all they've probably done is seen seen the bits on TV or not, in the newspaper. For them to start turning around and saying, it should be banned, to me, it's just ridiculous. Off the top of my head, the last incident I can think of was the guy in MMA, possibly Bellator. I don't really know MMA too much, but I know Conor McGregor. I think he was the same gym possibly as McGregor. He sadly passed away, and then there was a thing with Nick Blackwell about a year or so ago after the fight with Chris Eubank, but he didn't, he ended up in a coma, and thankfully now Nick's all right, and he's found a different life outside of boxing. But the in-ring casualties, the deaths, let's call them, the few, they are few and far between. Are they any different than horse racing, football, race car? They're not. And the thing that people have to realise is when you're doing these sports and you're playing these sports and they're as high intensity as they are, unfortunately, there are going to be injuries. And the rare occasion there is going to be the sad loss of life. And that's not condoning these things, but that goes with anything, You could train to swim and you could drown. You could play football, you could go in for a header and get kicked in the face, or like even extreme cases like the Fabrice Muamba thing where he was playing that sport. Now there are people there that are saying that was football to blame. So, it's very sad. It's always sad when boxing loses somebody. As you can tell, I'm a bit downbeat about this one. But for the people that think it should be banned, I would say get yourself in a boxing gym, have a look what it does for people's lives. It can take people from no background. You look at Joshua, Fury, I'm trying to think, David Hay, all these British heavyweight world champions. I've only picked heavyweights, and I know this goes down to a lot of other weights, but ask yourself, what would they be doing and where have they come from to be world heavyweight champion? And I know people from the boxing gym that have come in, let's call them rogues, and they're suffering. Maybe they've got a bad home, they're bad at school, and within 6 to 12 months, they've learned a discipline and their behaviour's changed. And, if there was more, I'm a big believer that schools should teach some sort of amateur boxing. But that's a conversation for another day. But there's my thoughts. Like, subscribe, and I'd just like to say rest in peace to Mike Towell, who and thoughts are with his family as well. And make sure you check out the Ricky Hatton Just Giving page as well. I think they've raised about 25,000 so far. So like, subscribe, thank you.